yet another episode of the CapmLew podcast with me, myself, and I, your host, CapmLew, and my good buddy,
Luke. Here I am.
Seriously, here
Soak
we
it
are.
in. Soak it in.
So it's October. We never say what day it is.
It's the 19th of October.
It is October 19th here, presently in the realm of Earth.
In the year of our Lord, 2023.
We've got all kinds of new tech,
Dude,
that we have indulged ourselves in. This podcast has launched. We've launched.
all the other 96 episodes were actually just like a soft opening.
Just dry runs.
Yeah, they were dry runs.
That's right, because not only did we get a new iPhone holding armature, magnetic, magical, right?
Which is way better.
Fresh lavatory mics.
Lavatories. So many. 1, 2. Did you
buy? I bought 2 sets.
Okay, 2 sets.
I bought
Good.
2 sets because I break them in twos.
Break them in twos.
I break the crap out of lav mics. And because of my ambivalence toward all this tech.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't say the best part.
Go ahead.
This little black rectangle, I'm going to move my coffee back because I would drop it right in the coffee.
Oh, yeah.
This thing is dope. It's just a signal button that
on and off, play and pause.
That Bluetooths itself to the
Bluetooth.
It Bluetooths itself to the phone.
Yes.
And it's how we start the show and how we end the show.
That's nice.
And there's only one word for this. Drunk on power.
Drunk on power.
Drunk on power.
It's almost too far, I think.
Yeah. So there's that. But I think behind the tech, you'll find some old school, just solid Viking level technology.
Are you talking about the flute that's in your
It's not a flute.
It's a recorder. What is it?
It's a tin whistle.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There is a difference.
Does it have the finger holes to change the thing so you can actually? Yeah, it does, dude. How can that be called a whistle? A whistle does one pitch. This is gonna do multi-pitched. You can play music on that.
Luke,
I'm just telling you.
You uncultured swine. The Irish tin whistle is an instrument
oh my gosh.
of great history. Okay. You prove yourself the cretin.
The cretin.
I am astonished that you lack basic respect for all things cultural.
Oh, yeah.
You Philistine.
You Philistine.
You are a Philistine.
What's that word that sounds like a dirty word, but it's not for a person who hates technology? A troglodyte. You troglodyte.
You troglodyte. You cave dwelling.
Being
creature. Yeah. Listen. So I've enhanced the tin whistle this week. Last week I had the lav mic clipped into the blow holio. Blow holio. But today I put a hair tie around it for a greater security.
Yeah, it's nice.
Look, we are in the running to be one of the silliest, dumbest podcasts ever.
Yes.
In
least consequential.
Whatever genre we wind up fitting into.
Technically, we're comedy and politics on Spotify.
Is that what we are?
Yeah, you set it up that way.
Oh, that was dumb.
Well, there wasn't really better
I got
options.
no regrets.
Regrets.
Yeah. You know why the podcast isn't working? Ain't got no gas in it.
Ain't got no gas.
Ain't got no gas. So here we are. Today we're gonna push back.
Oh.
We're gonna push back on a
what?
culture of mania.
Okay.
That reminds me so much of the Man Wolf. You remember Man Wolf?
No. Man Wolf?
Man Wolves.
Manuel.
So we are here today to assert to our listening audience, all up to 50 of you, which we consider great progress.
Major numbers.
Major numbers.
Yeah.
That you don't have to be good at your hobbies.
Oh. Oh.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Luke, take notes.
Yeah, let me just write this down.
Take notes.
Captain Slog, 5 minutes and 4 seconds in.
It's not Captain Slog. It's
Yeah,
Captain Lou.
that's what. Oh my gosh! I thought you said bastard.
It's not Captain Lou. It's CapmLew.
That's such a good thing for you to say.
It's not Cap and Lou. It's CapmLew.
M.
Yeah.
M. You don't have to be good at your hobbies. That's
Look,
very true.
you don't have to be good at your hobbies.
Says Hulu.
Well, I don't. We actually unsubscribed from that.
Right. Obviously not you.
No, Hulu.
When I say you, I mean yourself.
We unsubscribed from Hulu.
Oh my gosh. Dude.
Yeah, they kept raising the price.
They did actually. That was.
Yeah.
I think we did too.
Yeah. Nobody wants Hulu.
Gosh. Anyway.
Amazon Prime.
Stop. Stop. Dude. No.
So,
We're gonna get. They're gonna be mad at us.
oh, we are.
When I mean they, I mean
you
Amazon.
know, I think the stuff that we are discussing is so garden variety. We should be of no interest to anyone. AKA, I'm certain we'll be canceled for one thing or another soon. Who cares?
Yeah.
All right, let me bring you into my mind.
Okay.
This is the
Oh.
same. You know, it's only like a 3-string fiddle over here. We got only a few strings we're gonna play on.
Yeah.
But over here, I was watching TikTok this week, and they've got a TikTok that you can put your video to. You know, it's like, well, you don't have to be good at your hobbies, you know, and it's
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Sure.
And a guy had posted some skateboarding footage, and it's just
Yeah.
like this kind of down homey.
Yeah.
You don't have to be good at your hobbies clip. No big deal, you know. And it's just, wait a second though.
Yeah.
Okay. Like we've said it before, kids don't play baseball.
Okay.
They watch baseball. Kids don't play football. I mean, there are lots of baseball leagues. There are lots of football leagues.
Sure.
Soccer is still a player sport. There are just lots of leagues for soccer. A lot more than baseball.
Yes.
A lot more.
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah. But like if you're good at soccer and you want to play a lot, you have to buy, it's like $700 worth of travel fees and pads and all that stuff.
Right, all that crap, right.
Yeah, hotel stays and indemnities and all that. You know. So like in the countries where you're really good at soccer, just taking soccer as an example, I started with baseball.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah.
You know, countries where people are really good at it, bro, they don't even have shoes when they're little, and they just play it with cans and you know, and like, yeah. Well, skateboarding in America used to be something that was a pastime. And most people said it was a waste of time. In fact, when it first came out in the 60s, there was a huge push against it in the media. Do you know about this?
No.
A huge
push. This is fascinating, though.
The American media vilified skateboarding for being too dangerous.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, there was a whole thing. And you can watch, like, skateboarding is dangerous news clips from the 60s and the 70s. We were about to be. I mean, it was like 1963 or something. It was early.
Yeah, okay.
See that? I'm taking a sip.
Yeah, but you move it away.
I move it away. If I want to listen to I want to have audio on a video clip, just lean. I just lean the tin whistle.
Yeah.
Whistle. So, anyways.
Yeah.
It was a pastime. And then, let's see, I started skateboarding in 1985, and by then it was a little bit of a subculture.
Yeah.
It had developed its own
little grunge
ethnos.
Ethnos.
It had its own subculture developing. Now, I was in New York, relatively rural, suburban New York, about an hour north of the city.
Yeah.
I grew up with horses. You know, it was fine.
Did you have like neighbors close to you?
No.
Okay. So you guys were like, when you say suburbs, you just mean like out, like boroughs, like outside of the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Countryside.
Yeah.
Mountains.
That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, the Appalachian Trail was not too far. There was a trailhead just a trail where it crossed across the Route 52 over there.
Right.
Anyways, where I'm going with this is skateboarding is now like it's big. Sure. We were commenting with our dear friend Bob Lofton.
BL.
Bob Lofton, attorney at Lofton.
Lofton.
Bob Lofton's Lofton blog.
Exactly. Dude, Bob is a freaking gem. The illustrious.
Bob is a gem,
Yeah.
and one of the greatest, if not best known, minds in skateboarding. That seems like a silly thing to say, but
No,
I mean
it's
it. Bob has a good head on his shoulders about skateboarding. Very dry.
yeah, I
He's
love
a
it.
dry
I freaking
fellow.
love it,
He
dude.
is. He's a very dry fellow, and his life has been seasoned with the highs and the lows of living well.
Yeah.
So we love Bob, and we have a lot of affection and respect for Bob here at the podcast.
Yeah.
Um, and I was noising out to him because I felt a little froggy today about this mania that we have. It's a disease, I think, of our mind as a people.
Hmm.
I do. And I felt like I would love for our podcast to do something that would restrain this widespread American cultural mania.
Which centers around this idea of
We
not having to be good at your
ruin,
hobbies.
we have consistently ruined pastimes
Yeah, sure.
with professionalization
Mm-hmm.
and extremism in achievement.
Mm-hmm.
We are culturally obsessed with record making, record keeping, and
Yeah.
record breaking. We have a feature in our culture that I like a lot, which is that we want to progress things.
Yeah.
We want to raise bars.
Mm-hmm.
And American culture is by no means the only culture that does this.
Yeah.
A fairly extreme example of it is found in Japanese culture.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Oh, these
They're driving
guys
it to
over there,
refusal over there.
they do. They
Yeah.
drive it to refusal in
Yeah.
good ways and bad. Just
Yes.
like here, we
Yeah.
professionalize and we achieve
Mm-hmm.
in good ways and in bad. Really, everyone limber up.
Yeah.
Just limber up
Just
here.
limber up,
Because
folks.
people are like, you know, this guy is talking crap on entire countries and cultures.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
We
dude.
can't wait to see you in the
Gosh.
comment sections.
Yeah.
It's great.
That's so funny, dude.
So I saw this TikTok, and it was
Yeah.
just one of a million on this sound that you
Yeah,
can put
yeah.
on your TikTok
Okay.
that was talking about you don't have to be good at your hobbies.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
that's actually a really powerful moment. Like, you and I have talked
Mm-hmm.
again and again ad nauseum. Not yet, but
Yeah.
we'll get there.
Yeah,
All
I'm getting
right.
sick of it right now.
We've talked about the kid. We run into this kid, this profile of kid all the
Yeah.
time.
Right.
It's like, tell me, did you ever skateboard? Yeah, I skateboarded, but well, why the scooter? What's up? No hate, no hate.
Yeah,
Don't run
just
away, little
wondering.
guy.
Yeah, right.
No, it's okay. You're safe here.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, right.
Okay, Mister.
Easy, fella.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
yeah, easy.
and they say I quit skateboarding because I wasn't any good at it, and I thought,
Right.
well, it never stopped me.
Yeah.
But to the credit of that side of the argument,
Yeah.
Nobody has messed with me about skateboarding more than people who are considered better at it than I am.
Sure.
Nobody has done more to ruin my enjoyment of skateboarding than this ocean of mainstream thrasher brain fed folk who have a legitimacy complex, also known as an inferiority complex,
Sure.
and have pushed their way to the top of their local feeding pond, you know,
Right.
and
Right.
that makes me sad. And so
It
I
makes you
was
sad that there are people who are stuck in that kind of feedback loop endless.
sure that's
Yeah.
one sad thing, but what also makes me sad is it poisons out all these kids who should really, just can a kid just enjoy playing with a toy?
Yeah, you would think
You
that the
know,
answer would be yes.
and
right?
we all have to learn to take turns. And I know that it's easy to look at someone and what they're riding and blame their choice of wheeled toy
Right.
for their bad manners, but dang it, I'll tell you, if the skate park is too crowded for you, go skate somewhere else. Don't be verbally abusive to kids. That's a sign that
Yeah.
you've got some work to do.
Yeah.
And I wanted to offer this episode to that work. This idea that we always professionalize and always push boundaries. I was in this conversation with Bob Lofton, and he had picked out that we had talked about how the Street League Japan was just different shades of gray.
Oh yeah.
Did you watch it?
No, but we talked about it.
I
Yeah.
watched a bit of it,
Yeah.
and it's quite. I mean, it's impressive if you're into that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah. You
I'm
don't enjoy
really
that
not.
at all?
Oh no, I mean I enjoy when I watched Street League
Mhm.
Japan, I enjoyed the rolling up to the trick and the rolling away from the
Yeah.
trick
Yeah.
as much as or more than I enjoyed the trick.
Sure.
I'm just not in that economy of values.
Yeah.
When it's time to ride my skateboard, I'm a 50-year-old man. Presently, I have a separated shoulder. You know,
Yeah.
oh, it might not be separated. It's
Just some
got.
pain.
Oh no.
No, there's something
No,
going
no,
on.
no, no. I can barely get my wallet out of my pocket.
Oof.
Yeah. I've been
Yeah.
working on it every day. And if this ever gets better, I'm going to have to start doing pull-ups and push-ups.
It'll make you feel better.
I have to make changes.
It'll be better, dude. Trust me.
I don't want to.
Why not?
Because then I'm thinking ahead. I don't have any hope. I don't want to have hope. I don't want to have hope that things can get better if I take agency and responsibility for aspects of my life that require discipline and foresight.
6-year-old Lewis, welcome to the room. Call you into the light. That's so funny and so true.
I'm not coming out.
Yeah. Get your ass. Oh man.
So I'd like to thank all our listeners for being here for my therapy session.
Yeah, right.
We should do a rebirthing.
Yeah,
Quick, wrap me up in some of these sleeping bags the dog sleeps on.
So you can come out a new creation.
Rebirthed.
Oh,
I'm no longer Lou. I'm Lou who will probably exercise more. I've been changed.
Like a phoenix rising from the ashes.
You spelled asses wrong.
Oh man. Dude, that's rising from the ashes. Oh man.
So anyways, the madness is just awful. And Bob made a comment and he said I think it was better when skateboarding was about riding the board, not jumping down stuff and sliding down handrails and stuff. Again, to quote the ever eloquent,
illustrious,
preeminence in eloquence. Allow me to quote Bob Lofton. I think it was better when skateboarding was about riding the board, not jumping down stuff and sliding down handrails and stuff. And I think Bob said it best.
Bob said it best.
I do.
Bob says it best.
And then he continued to comment in another portion of his commenting was about Street League being totally removed from surfing roots. That was interesting and true. Thank you, Bob.
Yeah.
I think that it means a lot that Bob said so.
Yeah.
And so but that's what I had to say about it. We must restrain this madness. Now I'm gonna do a little gear shift here and I'm gonna take us somewhere. I was just watching I'm Glad I'm Not Me.
Okay.
Chris Roberts' personal YouTube channel.
Is that what it's called? I'm Glad I'm Not Me.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
Is that the Chris Roberts is the Duck Dynasty dude? Who is that?
Krob from the 9 Club.
Oh, that guy.
Chris Roberts.
I don't know these people, dude.
Switchfoot Manny.
Oh, yes. Oh, there it is. Yes, Switchfoot Manny. Now that you've said that, it all is clicking.
Yeah, Krob has got
Krob.
I love his
Krob Magob.
He's got Krav Magob.
Yeah, Krav Magob.
He's got a great YouTube channel because his sense of humor is really. But I was watching him. He was doing a ropes course at Woodward.
They have a ropes course at Woodward? Hold on. They have a ropes course at Woodward?
Luke.
To what end?
Luke.
I don't understand.
Luke,
Why do they have a ropes course at Woodward? What else do they have there?
Luke, Woodward began with basketball,
Okay.
and then they had cheerleading camps,
And then it went to ropes?
and then they did skateboarding.
Okay.
Now, at Woodward, there is a ropes course. There is freaking go-karts.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, that actually sounds
No, the
amazing.
place is
Good for them,
is a
dude.
wonderland
For
of
children.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
awesome, dude.
Right. Watch them closely.
Yes.
And
A ropes course. So Krob was on the ropes course.
Grob was on the ropes course. He
Mhm.
was so funny. He was so his sense of humor is self-deprecatory.
Yeah. Okay.
Self-deprecation
All right.
is
Yeah.
one of is an arrow in his quiver. He's
Yeah.
great. And Roger Bagley was in it, and so was
Language.
Mauro, and so was Roger Bagley was filming.
Okay.
And so I was watching this, and I thought back to when the Nine Club started.
Yeah.
When the Nine Club was the interview machine
Yeah.
for the OGs. When YouTube skateboarders were like considered to be completely illegitimate. You can go back in Nine Club history. And by the way, this is not like dunking on Rob.
Yeah.
This is about seeing somebody's media evidence of a very interesting trajectory
Sure.
of, I don't know if you'd call it growth or discovery
Yeah.
or whatever, but Krub is full YouTuber.
Yeah.
He's full YouTuber. The Nine Club is, I don't know, what are they, Apple? Are they Spotify?
I think they're on everything, but I thought
Yeah.
they were mainly like YouTube.
They are like, I wonder if they even care what Thrasher says.
Well, they definitely toe that line.
That could be cultural. That could
Yeah,
just be
I
the
think
honest cultural,
Yeah.
you know, like,
All right,
No.
we are back.
No, don't auto.
love you,
What?
Krub.
Turn that
So,
off. Yeah.
so anyways, I was watching and I'm like, this is pure YouTube vloggity vlog content.
Like that level, like
This is
circa
that level. This is like
2013.
you and me telling YouTubers that we hate what you're doing.
Yeah, right.
You know,
yes.
no disrespect. And,
Yeah.
and
We don't respect
Uncle
that.
Frank Gerwer.
Oh
you know,
yeah,
that
during
was the
that
video that
time.
we made that got me banned
from Ollie.
from the biggest regional indoor skate park by the staff
Yeah,
who were Revive affiliated people.
because we were tainting YouTube or something. I can't remember what the reasoning was, but I remember thinking
No,
that
because
seems
we
really
were
dumb.
disrespectful to YouTubers.
Oh,
You know, that must have been an outlier, although I was a little surprised after that kind of played out. That did look like it was a legit try at blackballing a dude
yeah,
because he disrespected YouTubers.
literally.
Ohio is such a strange place.
Yeah,
I mean, if you think about the history of skateboarding and how many things that went gigantic in California
Mhm.
started in Ohio.
Oh, many.
When Neil Blender wanted to do cool things, he moved to Ohio.
Neil Blender lived in Ohio.
Yeah. And
Where?
Dayton.
Dude, why Dayton?
Shh,
Golly.
shh, shh, shh,
Hush now.
just
Easy there.
started a little thing, you might know it. It's called Alien Workshop.
I've never heard of it ever.
Yep. And in Alien,
Mm-hmm.
if you look at the negative space, it spells Neil.
No, it does not.
Look it
Is
up.
this one of those?
Look it up.
What are those things called? We talked about it last time I was here. Coriolis effect or whatever, where you thought that something said something, but then, or like a graphic.
Mandela
Yeah,
effect.
Mandela. What?
Images, bro.
Well, I'm going
Oh man, you can't even find the old Alien.
right here. That
There
must be it.
is. I don't see it. Let's see. No.
This must be like a retake on.
Oh, there it is. It's backwards. It spells Neil. And then the
Oh!
A.
What's
Then
the
the
A?
A was I can't remember. That
Neil.
might not be the original one, but yeah, there it is.
Huh?
Yeah, it spells Neil.
That's actually.
But
pretty
there's more
crazy.
to it. It's lore.
It's lore.
It's not divine dad lore. It's just lore.
It's just his lore, divine dad lore.
It's lore of this realm, not the realm to come. So, anyways, yeah, taking it too seriously. Stop taking it so serious.
This is actually a really interesting subject for me to.
Seriously, skateboarding needs, like, as a culture, we need to stop listening to people who
Mhm.
want to take us hostage to brand loyalties
Yeah.
for nothing more than corporate greed,
Mhm.
you know? And what's really weird about it is
Mhm.
they're gonna capture they're gonna capture you with
Yeah.
branding, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not completely against this.
Yeah. I like branding.
Not at all. I'm not. I like, you know, I like things.
Yeah. I like stuff. Don't
I
worry
like
about it.
stuff and I like things.
Yeah.
I'm not meaning to
I mean,
be
I'm like always decked out in Carhartt pants, and I got a Carhartt shirt on right now.
that's a
And
Volcom shirt.
this is a Vulcan, but underneath it there's a Carhartt. And then sometimes I have a Carhartt hat on.
And we all know that Carhartt has sold out to the fashion industry, blowing up and not being able to scale the quality that they used to have. It's normal.
Yeah,
It's
it's
normal.
fine. It's fine.
Everyone relax. We're
Right.
not meaning to be like total haters about it. But the thing is that the most valuable thing in skateboarding is you. The best trick you pulled was getting out of bed and doing some of the things you were supposed to
Hmm.
best you could figure out,
Sure.
you know?
Yeah.
And, like maybe you told the truth when it was really hard to.
That's tough.
Bro, bro, it
Good.
is so hard.
Anybody who did that, good for you,
That's
man.
a better trick than any single thing you've done on a skateboard. And if you've done that, then whatever you do on your skateboard, that's a net positive.
Yes. Right.
Don't feel bad
It's
about
just a cherry
yourself
on
if you
top.
can't land a trick, if you told the truth when you wished you could lie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I do. I really
There's like
do.
so much that's more important. And that's when skateboarding gets fun. It gets fun when it's not what's important. We're chipping away,
Yeah.
taking another angle at this
Yeah.
because make skateboarding unimportant again. Seriously,
make
make it
Dude,
unimportant again.
make skateboarding unimportant again.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Are you any good? Who cares?
Yeah.
Who even cares?
Hmm.
You know,
Yes.
I would rather feel good than be good. And if I have to be good at skateboarding to feel good when I'm skateboarding,
Yeah.
I don't want to do it.
Yeah. Something's going on there.
Something's going on there. I've
Yeah.
got work to do. I
Right.
might need to tell the truth
Right.
about something somewhere else. That's what do they call it when you take your
Projecting.
yeah,
Yeah.
or transfer?
Transferring.
Yeah, like when
Transfiguration.
you can project what's wrong with you onto another person and then dig on them about it.
Yeah. There you go.
You can transfer. So I have a whole bunch of anxiety
Mm-hmm.
in my mind, in my heart, my life.
Yeah.
And what I really need to do is what the old school kids used to call pray it through.
Yeah. Right. You need
You
to
need
pray
to
that
pray that through.
brother.
You
Yeah.
need to pray it through, brother.
Right. You need to pray that through, brother.
You need to stop talking to me and go pray that through.
Dude, I want more
Come
friends like that,
come
dude.
back when you've done that, right?
You're like,
So
thank you so
yeah,
much.
well, the thing is, if I don't feel good about myself because I didn't do a skateboard trick, the odds are really high that I don't feel good about myself at all.
Yeah.
And it might be
Yes.
because
Yeah.
I burned a friend on a deal.
Yeah.
Might be because I know I shouldn't ought to be treating people the way I do.
Right.
Maybe some of the young ladies, maybe some,
Yeah.
I know that I'm not living the way I'm supposed to live.
Yeah.
And if you follow that track,
Mm-hmm.
now you got to be careful because the Spirit will convict you of sin and righteousness and the judgment to come if you keep going down that way. So
Be careful.
you're gonna probably, most people want to duck out on that process, but
Right.
I advocate it. I think it's very good to let that play. And someone says, "Well, it's weird." You're weird.
Yeah. Well, you're weird. Yeah. Take that.
Trust me, I know I'm weird.
Yeah. Trust me, bro.
So yeah, skateboarding unimportant.
Hmm.
Best ones on it. We're harping, just going at it
No,
again and
but
again.
this thing that you said, for some reason, it is making me think this. You don't have to be good at your hobbies. Period. Boom. It's absolutely true. I'm thinking about myself. It's funny because to really enjoy a hobby for me, I want to feel like I'm progressing in it. Like I want to work really hard and see forward motion and movement. I have a hard time doing something, even if it's just for fun, if it feels like it's circular or pointless. Like, there's some people who were like, they like playing Pokemon. I hate playing Pokemon. And the reason is because there's no objective. I couldn't understand what the objective is. It was so nebulous. I felt totally lost in it. And so that being said, I agree wholeheartedly. I think what you just said 45 seconds ago,
As
if
well
it's
as during like 25 of our 90
yeah,
podcasts.
well, it's important. These guys obviously aren't getting it.
Guys have broken record. Well, look, I don't think that we should see the eradication of seriousness in skateboarding. I think
No.
we should just see an increase in the degree to which we ridicule it
Yes.
because it's
It
ridiculous.
is. It's completely ridiculous.
Skateboarding shouldn't be
Right.
this important to you
Right.
that you are angry, that you are freaked out. You're transferring
Yes.
your issues.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
It's
Young
absolutely true.
skateboarder, older skateboarder.
Right.
If you're being mean to kids, you've lost perspective
Yes.
so badly.
Right.
You need to pray that through.
Yeah.
And if you hate yourself
Right.
because you couldn't do a trick, you've lost perspective. You need to pray it through. You need to let those feelings come and teach you what you need to learn from them.
Yeah.
It's essential
Yeah.
to life. And you might need to get a job and you might need to develop a skill set that will be very difficult to do, that is very important. That's work.
Yeah.
You might need to become a diesel mechanic, or you
Ooh.
might need to become an ASE certified car tech,
Yeah.
or a body work. I love the mechanical arts.
I know.
I don't have
Yeah.
strength.
Yeah.
I'm not jealous of the pain but I love working on Harleys.
Yeah.
And I love that. It's not my job now. My job now is in roofing. I'm not an installer. I'm a supervisor. Dude, it's over, dude. I don't know. Will I ever be strong again?
Yes, you can be.
I
It
could.
will be in a different way, but yes.
I could be.
Yes.
I could be.
You're 6 months away from doing something 15 minutes a day, from being more strong than you were 6 months before that.
Thank you for
Dude,
stabilizing.
I'm telling
You're
you,
stabilizing
bro.
my spiral.
No, literally, dude.
You work out.
Very nice. Yes.
Yeah, but you look horrible.
Yeah, but you look like shit. Don't worry about it.
You work out so much. Why are you not just yoked?
I am yoked. If I take this shirt off, you might be. Stop poking me. Don't touch me.
It's in there somewhere.
It's in there somewhere. Here's the deal. I work out 3 days a week, and my entire intent is small steps, small changes over time.
That
small
is so
changes
wise.
over time. Small changes over time.
That's wise.
And I am a lot stronger than I was when I started.
That's epic.
Yeah.
Luke has an amazing home gym.
I
He
do.
built a really good home gym.
I just bought it off Facebook Marketplace.
Did
nice.
a good job. He built shelves.
I did that.
I did build
I built some shelving.
I'm impressed, and
Yeah.
I respect that greatly.
I'm just saying, listen, everybody, like just a couple sit-ups, a couple push-ups.
I can't do them.
Well, you could do other things that would strengthen other parts. You could do less dynamic movements.
You should be like, try one.
Just try one.
Just try
one. No, with your shoulder, I would be very careful, but I would be. That thing seems gnarly.
When I skate, it loosens right up.
Yeah, so maybe just warming it up on something real light. If you did 100 reps with 10-pound dumbbells, just bicep curls.
I swear, if I took a walk, my shoulder would get better from it.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro.
I do like 600 steps a day.
It's so helpful, bro. Just starting to structure your week around working out, I'm telling you, it helps everything.
I drive a 7.3 diesel Ford F350, so that counts for like 250 steps a day.
That literally does.
Just driving it. It's like
yes, dude.
Driving a jackhammer.
Yes, and the heart rate rise that happens every time you drive because you're just hoping it doesn't do anything stupid. Yeah,
dude, what is up?
Dude, I'm telling you.
Why did my truck malfunction 2 days this week?
You just have to let it happen. You have to let it wash over you.
I started my truck.
Yeah.
Topic shift. Yesterday I went outside. I started my truck.
Yeah.
It starts.
Okay.
And it's going, ba-bing, 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 ba-bing. And I'm like, so I press down the throttle and I just hold it for a second.
And it cleaned up.
Totally clean.
Yes.
What was that?
Probably because it was a little chilly out. It has to warm up.
It was in the 40s.
Dude, I'm telling you, if it's in the 40s, you might have some glow plugs out, so it's having a harder time getting going.
Wait, whoa. Glow plugs out?
Yeah, like that are dead glow plugs. So when it starts in the winter, it's going to be harder for it to turn on. The glow plugs warm the cylinder up.
Do I need to replace my glow plugs?
I hope that we don't need to because it's actually not that bad. It would actually be a lot of fun. We'd really
No,
enjoy
I'm
that.
going to take it to Jeremiah.
We can test them too. It's just an ohms test on 2 little pin connectors.
It's easy.
I've done it. It's not
Do
easy,
you
but
have
we
to
can
take
do it.
off a cowl to get to it?
No.
Do
You have to unplug one connector, and there's 12 of them or something, and you have to
It does sound like
test them.
we can do that. I have.
It's a little tight in there, but I've done it. We could do it, and you can do it. You like pull apart motors. You know what?
do
I will
like
have
that
zero of any more of you feeling
acting like a wimp about my diesel.
Yeah, acting afraid
It's just
because
there
I've
was
seen
so
you so
much.
capable.
I went through so much to learn the things I learned
I know, dude.
on
Sometimes,
Harleys.
dude,
Transferring it over to the
I know.
diesel is so fun. I'm such a little Nancy.
Dude, I'm a Nancy too, and my problem is I just need to slow down
Yep.
and just be patient and just take a deep breath and just do one
Yes.
thing at a time. Because a lot of times it's not even that; it's the fact that you're like in your life stressed and afraid about something.
It's
or fucked up.
transference.
It's transference. I'm telling you.
I've got things I need to pray through.
Dude, shit.
That's a list that never shortens,
Yeah,
it seems.
never shortens. I know it, man.
So I wanted to take a moment. Let's take a breath. Let's back up and let's talk about something I saw. You know, there's good enough, there's better, and there's best.
Okay.
Life skateboards are the best.
Oh my gosh, dude! I cannot with you. Oh man.
No, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding.
I'm with you.
The emergence of actually small batch,
I know.
high attention skateboard production
Yeah.
has created a tier of quality
Yeah.
that has been almost non-existent in skateboarding.
It's true.
For decades and decades. And then around 2010, a bunch of people began pressing decks here and there. Now we're about 15 years in.
Yeah.
And there's a good grip of folks who are making boards that are best.
A nice grip. Yeah.
And of that,
tranche.
Yeah. What's a tranche? Tranche. It has to be French.
It probably is. You would know.
Tranche. Yeah, I know.
Tranche.
I know it means a division of something.
I don't know. It's probably Latin, right?
Never used it even once in my life speaking French. Looking it up. Nice. It's I think it's RANCHE.
Oh.
Yeah, let's see what it comes from.
Old French.
Slice.
So sick. Literally slice.
It's a tranche.
It's a fucking tranche.
A tranche de pizza.
It's a slice of pizza. It's a nice pie. Go ahead.
Slice. Yeah. So, yeah.
Life is the best.
Well, life might not be the best because you can only get so good in the skateboard making process. I mean, you can try and reinvent the wheel. For example, Powell has come out with these flight decks.
Yeah.
They're very thin.
They're nice.
They chip.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You want them to be light, so you make them thinner. They're very strong. They're very strong.
How thick are the plies?
Very thin. They've got some very thin plies and fewer of the normal thickness plies. But the edge is only about 4 plies thick.
Oh.
Maybe 5. I think 5 ply thickness.
Interesting.
And strong.
Okay.
Very strong. So they've reinvented the wheel. They've made a very, very strong board that has a very thin edge. And if it doesn't chip, which is always great.
Yeah.
It's already halfway to razor tail when you start.
Yeah.
So what happens when you razor down the tail? It chips.
Yeah.
So chipping is the death of the super strong, super light skateboard that runs about $94 on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? That's fine. I'm
fine.
glad. I'm glad that Powell introduced a new technology. I'm glad that the boards are so light. But I love the beefy. I mean, I literally have on my media footage of my life board breaking a cinder block's corner.
Yeah, that was insane.
When it hit it and not being damaged.
Yeah.
I mean, these things are wonderful. They are not heavier than normal boards, but I ride big old
honkers.
I don't even care anymore about jumping over and doing feats of daring do.
Yeah.
I don't even care about that. I just want to surf.
Yeah.
And I don't want to ride a carver type
Yeah,
skateboard. I
yeah,
don't want
yeah,
to
yeah.
have
Like a
the
little zip zingy.
I don't want to do it's almost carving the carver style skateboards. There's a brand carver, but the surf style skateboards with that very cool setup. They are you get too close to that ripstick motion. You know the ripstick
Yeah,
motion where you're
yeah,
waggling along,
yeah.
but they look fun.
They do look like a good time.
I also don't want to I don't want to learn how to do something new because I'm a narrow-minded and stiff-necked, hard-hearted old man. So
Simple.
that's on me.
Yeah.
That's on me. I don't mean any criticism of the amazing, fun Carver style skateboards. Just they're not my thing. They could be my thing. I just haven't found the bandwidth to discover that.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone stop pestering me.
Stop,
Don't pester me about it.
stop pestering me. I bet that if life got their paws on like some 32-inch or 1/32 inch with veneers, thick veneers, and pressed like normal, they could make a super thin board that I bet was way less chippy
Or
and just as light as the flight decks.
their life is already making six plies that are very strong.
Are they springy?
They are.
Okay.
I made them too.
I bet with 7 plies like normal, except very
Thinner.
thin veneer.
Yeah, I could do it. I mean, why not knock out a couple of layers and put a thin layer in there and then put carbon fiber on the outside because
You could.
you can do it
Yeah.
with you can do it with you don't even have to use special glues.
You could just use the wood glue, you think?
You can.
But you would be gluing against the top mold, right?
Okay, you wouldn't want to do no. I spoke amiss. You wouldn't want to affix an outer layer of carbon fiber
Like the
with
second.
wood glue.
The second,
Penultimate.
yeah, the penultimate
Yeah, and
trash.
you would want to put it on with epoxy if you put it on the bottom. But you know what else you can do?
Hmm.
You can wrap a board
Yeah,
with epoxy after it's pressed.
that would be sick.
It
Yeah,
still works.
yeah,
It still works. It doesn't have to be pressed in there. In
dude,
fact, it might be better that way.
that would actually be cool.
I don't have a dog in this fight.
It's fine.
Alls I know is that it used to be you would either buy something off Board Pusher, garbage, pure garbage, like Amazon 10 boards for $100, garbage decks.
Mm-hmm.
That was good enough for some people. Or you would buy a shop deck,
Mm-hmm.
and all the shops would tell you that their decks were the same wood as the decks on the wall because they got really good margin, but also because it was.
They were telling the truth.
It actually was the same
They were
wood.
actually completely the same.
And
Gosh,
it's so weird how a heat sticker with a name on a board, increased the value by $15 to $17 back then.
crazy.
And now, like you have this new I remember how much trouble it caused like in my life when I came out saying like this is now the best thing
Yeah,
out there when somebody who cares about skateboarding and cares about you makes your board and you can ask for a different wheelbase and you can ask for custom considerations like wheel wells or something like that.
sure.
Life does it all. And you can call them on the phone and talk to them. And I had a customer named Kyle, and he was obsessive about his board dimensions and what he wanted. And we did a money bump board, and we had a blast.
Yeah.
We had an absolute blast making that board.
Was he happy?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, he was really happy.
I love it.
He wrote a number of articles about it, was asking in the Ride Channel. Tony Hawk owned the Ride Channel back then, I think, and he actually did a series of articles between me and Professor Schmidt, and it was just fine. Professor Schmidt was correct. You can't make skateboards of that quality.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I'm getting a call. It's fine.
Is
We're
it
good.
still
Yeah, I just
recording?
put it on. Yeah, yep, we're good.
It is. Okay. Do you have it on your watch?
Hey, Jarvis.
More like the NSA.
Oh my God.
So
More like the NSA.
So
Gosh. Ah.
anyways, he was right. You can't do that if you want to make millions of boards and sell in a giant thing. But Um, 1,000 people with small workshops could supply a lot of skateboarders with a higher quality option.
I wonder.
And Life Skateboards stands out to me because, as far as I've discovered, they are one of the few like really going for it brands that wants to put out 200 to 500 units a month.
Mhm.
And that's probably more than Toy Machine sells.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out if I could see how many skateboards were sold in the United States because I
Oh,
wonder if you could break it down.
I'm actually curious about that.
Well,
The industry holds, it's not a public industry. So since it's not publicly traded, the deets are
mm,
not well collated. They used to be. Transworld used to put out a business report on the volumes of skateboarding. They put it behind a
whoa,
paywall and then it's buried now.
whoa! Look at this, dude.
What are you seeing?
So between
2010 to 2021.
2019, there were 6.6 million people who said they went skateboarding, and then 2020, 8.9 million.
So it
A
went up.
huge jump,
That
probably
was
because of
the
the
COVID.
COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
COVID was a big bump.
Hmm.
That bump in sales has gone away.
Yeah.
And as far as I know, my market research says that skateboarding is in a big contraction, and some of the big companies are getting bought by La Jolla Group,
Well,
and
uh,
BlackRock now owns
yeah.
your favorite brand.
Right.
That's almost for sure. Hey, this has been good. So we did the philosophicals,
Yeah.
we did the advertisationals, and now I just wanted to say I'm happy. A little motorcycle talk. I got in the mail coming today the last of 3 wrenches,
Hmm.
specialty wrenches. This is the Lang tools.
Oh yeah, that's why we were.
These are the
Hmm.
these are the 3 specialty wrenches that you get for rocker box. That is the top of the motor.
Yes.
For rocker box jobs, you buy these 3 wrenches, and then you quickly realize that the gear wrench low profiles fit better. And that all you need is a normal
Yeah.
socket set.
This is a
That's
little long.
that one
Why?
that one is for inside when you get the
Oh,
tops off.
yeah. Okay, that
So the
makes
big problem
sense.
with rocker box jobs on a Harley is you've got the frame there, and we joked around, and uh, I talked about drilling a hole
Bro,
through a Road King frame one time. I did not
bro,
do that.
thank you for
I
not
want to
doing that. That would
clarify
pain me.
for those who listen and care.
Mm-hmm.
I did not do that.
Mm-hmm.
That was not me.
That was not me.
However, I can't claim complete innocence because a hole through the frame on a Road King wouldn't be the worst thing to be wrong with a Road King.
Yeah, but like,
But in principle,
you
we
don't.
don't we don't put holes through structural members on our motor driven can of gasoline
Yeah,
between our legs.
please do not do
Right.
that.
Right. Why
Yeah.
why has it got all these spokes on the front tire?
Yeah,
I bet we
gosh.
could save some weight if we
Yeah,
cut every third spoke off
yeah,
these tires.
yeah, dude. I
So
I paid for the whole speedometer. I'm gonna use it.
so I'm excited because to me it's a turning point, to
Mm-hmm.
go from scrambling around all sorts of different low clearance combos and cutting Allen wrenches to fit to
Yeah.
having the official tools.
Yes.
This is the lower rocker box wrench from Lang. I'm leaving it in the packaging
Because
because I think it will be hilarious if I don't
ever,
need it.
ever
And
use it.
I'll just leave it in the packaging. This is the one that doesn't get used when I have worked on rocker boxes before. The other one, so a rocker box bolt
Mm-hmm.
has it's a 1/2 inch
With an Allen.
hex with
Yeah.
an Allen. I
Okay.
think the Allen is like 3/16. I can't remember, but
You
it's
unscrew with the Allen?
no, because they're torqued.
Ugh. So you gotta
Right,
break them and then.
right. You break the torque with, and they're not high torque.
Okay.
I forget how many pounds they are, but they're like 12 pounds.
Yeah.
And I've got the manual. I'll have it memorized in a minute since all my bikes are the same motor.
Yeah, that's absolutely
It's
true.
true.
Yeah.
But also, you know what? The torque wrench, you can go with dog bones. I have some dog
Mm-hmm.
bones. You can go with crow feet. I've got
Mm-hmm.
some crow feet.
Mm-hmm.
But you just can't get the torque wrench onto because they don't have low clearance torque wrenches.
Yeah.
So you can set up the dog bone and it's upside down or
Down. Yeah.
right
Looking at
side
yourself in the
up and all
mirror.
these
Right.
things, and you have to turn around 3 times and throw a pinch of salt over your shoulder. And then, torque is a funny thing
Yeah.
because we use these clicky wrenches,
Mm-hmm.
and I've tested them on the truck, and I've done that before.
Do they come close?
Yeah, yeah, they do.
Like plus or minus 5?
Oh yeah, they're better
Okay.
than that
Wow. Okay.
until they're not, and you don't
And
know
you never
when the
know.
whole time
Yeah.
I've been able to land torques
Pretty close, just
pretty
by eye.
close. And these torque, but now when you're building a motor and you're doing the studs for the
Mm-hmm.
cylinders,
Yeah.
you want to,
Just make sure.
but
Yeah.
you've got the room,
Yeah.
baby.
Right. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
the room for that.
But when you're on rocker boxes, you
Rocker
like
box.
kind of get it close,
If
right?
you get a leaky rocker box, you know what? You know what the biggest problem with that is? It's not a big problem. It's
The
not.
biggest problem is
It's not
there
a
is no
big
big
problem.
problem.
You get a little bit of moist and oily,
A little mist
pressure coming out of there.
on the pant leg.
It doesn't usually get, well, if it's getting to the pant leg, then you've got a really big leak and you should take care of that because your crankcase
Yeah.
is ventilating too much out of the top. Can't have that.
Yeah.
But let's
Yeah.
just be real. The Harley Davidson motors from the factory, because of EPA in California,
Mm-hmm.
they take the rocker box venting
Mm-hmm.
and they pipe it into the intake, the air
Yeah.
intake.
Right.
That's water and oil
Yeah.
and heat.
Yes.
You want to take in cool air.
Yes.
Like right now, I am looking to plug the back of my plate and reroute those down to a catch can
Mm-hmm.
and just let that run
Yeah.
on all my bikes,
Yeah.
because it's a terrible idea. But you have to be very careful plugging the holes that those two go through, because if that plug pulls through and goes into your motor,
You're toast.
totally.
Yeah. You're toasted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Now you get to learn how to take apart an entire motor, which is always super fun.
have done, will do again.
Have done,
But
will
I
do
want to
again.
do it on purpose.
Yeah, not, dude.
I'm excited. My son Seth is returning, and it is my plan for him to build a motor that I have on the table.
Oh, that's awesome.
We're going to do a 100 kit, SNS 100.
Yeah.
Bottom up.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to send out the crank.
Yeah.
And do a crank up build on this motor, and then it will sit waiting for a bike to go into.
That's awesome, dude.
And when one of my bikes needs work, I'm going to pull that motor
and then put
and
the
I'm
other.
going to put that motor together, and then I'm going to, that's right.
Uh-huh.
Now it's a B motor.
I don't know what that means.
That means it's balanced. It's a Softail motor.
Oh, that one. Okay.
The bottom end on the Softails is different to the bottom end on the touring bikes.
Yeah.
And that's a bummer to me. I wish they were all the same.
Yeah, why?
And it is my intention to eliminate the balancing. It is.
Just be done with it.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, they would run smoother and crap.
They do run nice and smooth with the balancing, but it's complicated.
Yeah, but like,
it's so complicated.
How is it that much? Because doesn't the crank come balanced?
I'm so tired.
But I'm so tired, dude. I totally get that feeling. Like, I'm so exhausted. I get that same feeling when my wife is like, we could just pop the top and throw a bathroom up here. And I'm like, please.
Yeah, let's just build a bathroom.
Please.
It's easy. It's easy.
I love my wife. She has the best intentions.
Well, she's right. You could put a bathroom. I don't agree with the just.
Yeah, right.
Nothing is just anything. A synonym for just is only.
Only.
It is not
it's
only.
It's never only.
No.
Yes.
Everything
completely.
is always everything all the
all
time.
The time. But for some people, doesn't it seem like it's not that way? I think they have a better attitude. They just haven't been hurt before.
I have known highly productive people.
Mm-hmm.
I had one in my life who stood outside my house and he said, we can roof it ourselves.
Yeah.
The gutters of my house are 34 feet off the ground.
Yeah, that's the
my
gutter.
house, the pitch of my roof is 1412.
It's like
1412.
So yeah.
I have seen this man accomplish tasks.
No, he's
remodels,
insane.
everything.
Yeah, he's insane.
You know what though?
He's a robot.
I don't trust it. I don't trust it.
I don't trust it.
And I don't like it. I don't like it, and I don't trust it.
We could just
because getting all that stuff done, what do I leave undone? I thought, yeah, sure, we could roof it if I didn't mind spending, I don't know,
a month,
a long time dead or in the hospital, and going and having to have surgery on my back when I'm
Oh,
60.
yeah,
Yeah, sure.
right.
I could take 75-pound bundles of shingles up 3 floors and out through a roof hatch one
Yeah,
at a time.
sure.
It would only be about 75 bundles.
Oh my gosh.
That's just 75 trips. It's only 30, it's only like 37 trips
Mhm.
if I take them 2 at a time. Why not completely destroy myself?
Dude,
Absolutely. While we're at it. Absolutely, dude.
I
No.
think we may be too disempowered.
No. No, we're not.
Shut up. We're not. I'm completely justified in my position. Dude, quickly though, if you had 8 million skateboarders in the US and they all got 6 boards a year,
That's a lot of boards. Oh, because
yeah,
they're crappy factory boards.
that
Okay.
comes out to 131,506 boards a day that would need to be produced.
Yeah.
That's
See,
a lot of boards, dude. That's a lot.
that many
Yeah, because you take 8.8 and multiply it by 6 and then divide by 365.
that's per month,
No, this is per day.
per day. Okay, well, multiply it by 30. Give us a month.
Okay, multiplied by 3, 0 equals.
That's three
3
million
million.
nine hundred
So
forty-five.
basically
That's about
4
$4
million,
million a month.
4 million boards a month.
Multiply that by 12 because there are 12 months in a year. Oh, I'm doing math, guys.
Dude,
Everyone hang on.
yikes. Yeah, this is really close to
So
the beginning of number.
what is that? That's 47 million
boards
in just skateboard wood.
Yeah.
$47 million
What's the profit margin on one
in
of the
on a life skateboard?
or like
I
a
don't know.
let's say like a mid-range skateboard?
Okay, so when you talk about making profit off the sale of a skateboard deck,
Mhm.
the first cut of profit comes at the factory that makes it.
Mhm.
The next cut comes, so the factory sells it to the distro.
Mhm.
The distro, no, factory sells it to the brand.
Okay.
The brand sells it to the distro.
My gosh,
And the
dude.
distro sells it to
The shop.
the shop.
Okay.
And the shop sells it to what we'll call the end user.
The human being at
That's
the end.
that's the typical.
That's
And
insane.
by the way, that was sacrosanct.
Okay.
Back in the 90s
It
and the
had to be.
2000s, everyone had to be legit. So that was a 5-tier and sometimes up to 7 tiers of fulfillment, depending on how they structure the brand and like that. But that's how it worked. It was from factory to shop. No, it was a factory, sells it to the brand sells it to the distro sells it to the retail sells it to the end user. That's 5 cuts
That's insane.
on the product.
Let's act as if this many boards are being made by small makers selling direct.
Oh my gosh.
How much?
Well, first of all, that's entirely impossible.
I mean, it wouldn't be if you had enough, but how? I'm asking you, when you sold a Fickle skateboard, how much would you make on that deck?
Oh, 40 bucks.
No.
Oh,
really?
yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, because when you cut out, so it goes straight from the maker to the end user, you just cut out 3 of the cuts.
Yeah. I mean, that's almost $2 billion worth of revenue.
No,
That's profit. If it was all small maker.
The best of the good, better, best, that tier cannot function at high volume. It's a 3-legged stool. No, it's you can only pick 2. That's what it is. There's 3 things.
Speed, quality,
You can, so you've got
price.
volume, quality, and customer service.
Okay. Price?
Okay.
Is it in there?
No.
Okay.
You can offer quality. You can operate at volume. And customer service. All right.
You said customer service, speed.
No, it's quality, volume, and service. If you make high quality at high volume, you have no time to talk to your customer at all.
Yeah.
If you offer high volume and customer service, that doesn't work. I'm wrong.
No, you had it.
Am I right?
Yeah, your analogy stands. I'm just saying that if it was all maker made, there's $2 billion worth of actual profit.
There would be hundreds of thousands of small workshops making a dignified living making skateboard wood regionally and locally across
Right.
the country. By the way, this is a grand idea. Could you imagine taking a skate trip? You're at a park, you break your board, you were skating, maybe you're skating, well, if you're skating a life skateboard, you wouldn't break it. You would get bored and want a freshie.
Yes.
And you are like, "Hey man, where should I get a board?"
Hmm.
And people are like, "You need to go to Jim."
Right.
And you look up Jim's little website or Shopify
Right.
and you check the contact, you shoot him a call,
Yeah.
and he answers the phone and he says, "Hey, yeah." Say, "Hey buddy, you got anything in the workshop I could pick up? I just was looking for a new board."
Hmm.
He says, "How long you in town?"
Yeah.
And you go, "Oh, I'll be in town for a week and I just want a new board. My board is still working. What do you got?" And he's like, "I can make you whatever you want. I'll have it done in 48 hours."
Yeah.
Because I'm all up on my queue. I've got
Right.
sales volume is moving. I don't have, like everything's going great. Or maybe he's like I was, and I had cubbies filled with every model ready
Right.
to go. I was kept two of not always, but during many periods of time, I had two of everything. And when something sold out, I made two or five more,
Hmm.
and just kept it running that way. And I had 15 stock shapes that I was running on top of customs,
Hmm.
which was ambitious, but was not impossible to keep up with if I didn't have to travel and advertise in order to sell non-locally. I couldn't sell locally because of the death threats and the violence that I was encountering at
Yeah.
that time in skateboarding.
Right.
So that would put a real kibosh on my productivity.
Yeah. No, this would be really difficult for small makers to do. You'd have to have 315 small makers producing 75 boards a month in each city in the United States for these numbers to make
Wait,
sense and work.
75 a month is a very easy number. I mean,
Well, let's
if
let's double it and let's cut this number in half. 157. I mean, still a whole bunch.
what 157 watts?
Small makers producing 150 boards a month to
Yeah, but
meet this demand.
on Instagram, the art of board making
Hmm.
on Instagram has over 900 makers at different degrees of makerliness operating.
Yeah.
That's 1,000 people
Yeah.
who are either hobby makers or they might not aspire to do what Life Skateboards is doing,
Right.
but I mean, I'll tell you what, come on in, the water's fine,
The water is
except
fine
the water is not that fine.
everywhere all the time.
Skateboarding is a hard industry because it's filled with people who think that skateboarding is what's important.
Yeah.
And it makes everything tough
Yes.
to cater to the whims and wishes of a clientele who are often immature hedonists.
Yes.
And we will leave you with that
Yes.
thought. We have had a great time being with you today here on the
Absolutely.
CapmLew podcast. You can find us, you can send us money. We out here.
Yeah, we out in here doing it,
That's right. We started at the bottom and it was fine.
and now we're still pretty
Still
close to the
there.
bottom. Also, still fine though. I'm enjoying it.
That's our hip hop style boast. Thanks for joining us
Oh
today. We'll be back with more CapmLew podcast whenever we darn well feel like it. Probably next Tuesday.
Yep.
There we are. Peace.
Laters.